The new star brand is coming and the Avengers will have to try and save not one life but two. All this and more in the pages of Avengers issue number 40. Let's hop on in together and find out what happens next, shall we? Oh, well, now isn't this interesting? Aaron has played a lot with time in this arc, and as we join this final issue, the heroes are actually at the end of their adventure looking back on everything that's happened safe on Earth. Now, in the previous issue, we had discovered that the star brand that the Heralds of Galactus, the Shi'ar Empire, and Earth's mightiest heroes were all fighting over was actually a pregnant woman, one who is right now going into labor. Gladiator of the Shi'ar Empire just wants to kill the woman because, well, no one can be trusted with the power of the star brand. It's a literal planet killer, and that would tilt the balance of power in the universe, and he's not having that. The former Heralds of Galactus, led by the Not-So-Silver, want to take the kid for themselves, believing the Earthlings not suited to deal with such power, and that really godlike entities should take care of other godlike entities. And then in the middle of all this chaos, you have the Avengers who just want to try and protect the woman and help her deliver her baby, which actually ends up leading to a pretty sweet scene wherein She-Hulk, of all things, grabs the lady's hand, A, to comfort her, and B, to siphon off some of that planet-killing star brand radiation that's causing so much trouble every time she screams. Then you got Steve Rogers, Captain America, who this isn't his first rodeo delivering a baby. It's just, probably the first time he's done so in space on an alien battleground while also wearing old Starjammer clothes. There's a first time for everything, even for the Star-Spangled Man. It's also in this issue, too, we learn the origins of the mother in this situation. She's from Earth, but ended up getting trafficked to space by a bunch of ex-SHIELD agents running a migrant worker operation. She was separated from her husband, the baby's father, and the Shi'ar Empire ended up arresting her and a bunch of the other workers. She was put on trial in an alien language she didn't quite understand in a legal system that already hated humans, due to ancient prejudices still stemming from the Phoenix Force, and yeah, you can see the allegory they're drawing right here, can't you? The lady was supposed to get shipped off to a Shi'ar prison colony, but when she ended up going into labor, the Star Brand power found her. It's left a little open-ended whether or not the Star Brand power has some kind of predisposition for humans and Earth, but it's a theory. In a nice bit of continuity, too, Blade takes a particular interest in protecting this woman. After all, his mother died giving birth to him, so this is definitely a nerve of his that everyone else is getting on. Ultimately, Silver Surfer ends up seeing the error of his ways after getting browbeaten by Earth's mightiest heroes. He turns on Terrax, probably the most aggressive of the Heralds, and the fighting all actually stops once the baby is delivered. It's a girl, but sadly the mother didn't make it, a tragic fact that ends up reverberating throughout the battlefield. Gladiator might very well have been willing to kill a pregnant woman if it meant saving an entire planet, but he's not going to hurt a kid. In fact, he calls off his dogs and relents control of the child over to the Avengers. Likewise, Silver Surfer manages to talk down the other Heralds, and in a fun kind of cosmic Three Wise Men situation, they all each give the baby a gift that more or less ends up being, hey, we're not going to hurt you, but we are going to watch over you. Raising the kid, though, actually seems to fall to the Avengers themselves, who say that a kid this powerful can't be trusted to live in Kansas. I see what you did there. And so as the comic comes to a close, move over Baby Yoda, get lost Baby Groot, and get smoked Baby Nut. Now is the era of Baby Starbrand. And so that was Avengers issue number 40, everybody, and I did end up enjoying this finale. Jason Aaron certainly leaves the door open to some very interesting story possibilities down the line. I wonder too if all those Superman allusions Aaron made to this character were just a joke, or if that's a direction he actually plans to take the new Star Brand in. What happens if a godlike child grows up in the Marvel Universe? There's also a good chance that the kid's father might still be alive somewhere out there in space, so it looks like they're going to need to track him down at some point. Ultimately, I'd give this issue a 7.5 out of 10. It was kind of a rocky, uneven arc, but it stuck the landing pretty hard at the end, and that's pretty good.
Hey there everyone, Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. It really helps drive engagement and helps me out too. Also, if you are a patron, which you can become for as little as $1 a month, you will get exclusive content that no one else can ever see, and you'll get to see the Comic Multiverse podcast before anyone else too. You can check out all this and more down in the description. And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.